Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Assalamu alaikum. Ramadan Mubarak. I pray that everyone is having a blessed Friday as we know it. Pray that everyone is having a blessed Jumuah. It is said that this is the best day in which the sun rises. It is said that on this day, Adam was created. On this day, he fell from glory. And that on this day, surely will be the day of judgment. I was thinking about this earlier. And by the way, I am traveling right now. I am videoing it as well so that I can show some of it later. But I'm en route to Auburn, Alabama to attend Jumuah services. The time changed, and instead of 12 o'clock their time, 1 o'clock Georgia time, is going to be at 1 o'clock Alabama time and 2 o'clock Georgia time. So I'm heading that way now. But I was thinking about that earlier, as I was taking a shower and preparing, for this. Today is actually, in the biblical text, they tell us that God created, everything in 6 days, and he rested on the seventh. Okay, now we think common sense. First of all, we don't believe that Allah takes no rest. He said he's self-sufficient. He don't need any rest. If he took a rest, man, can you imagine what would take place if he was to take a nap? We need his 24-hour-a-day guardianship. Because if he nod off, then in that split second, ain't no telling what could happen down here. But let's say that he created everything in 6 days and rested on the seventh. Okay, if this is what we are taught to believe, then why are we celebrating the first day of the week as the Sabbath? Why are we celebrating a day named after the moon as a Sabbath? Man changed it, and we took it and ran with it and never gave it any thought. Today, if you actually look at your calendar, common sense, today is actually the 6th day of the week. Saturday is your actual 7th day of the week. But these are the common sense things that we don't want to look at because we're afraid of using our own common sense. We're afraid that if we use our own common sense and we think for ourselves, then those that we aim to please and those that we look up to will look at us differently. So therefore, we dare to be different. We're afraid to be different. I'm not. Once again, as this is Autism Aware Month, I am still learning so much. I learned last night that there are different, spectrums. There's the high level, and then there's the low level. Man, it's a mystery. And when I heard the grandmother talk about their symbol and the mystery behind it. It reminds me of something that is in the Holy Quran. There are certain letters and words and alphabets in the Holy Quran that no man knows the meaning of. Because Allah tells us that only He knows the meaning of it. So it is also a mystery. Well, it's really not a mystery. I mean, He said only He knows the meaning of it. So why would I even try to attempt to find out? So, but there are some things that only He knows about these brilliant people that He has placed among us. Now, as I said, He gives us children, He gives us parents, He gives us spouses, He gives us all these people. And some of these people are placed in our lives as a test. And we have to understand that. I'm driving, but first chance I get, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to have to pull over somewhere. I think everybody that has been tuning in, Lil One is kind of pissed off right now because he wanted to do something before I left. I have to let him tell you about it. I mean, that was something I was going to share, but I can't share it. Lil One's going to have to share that. I mean, just plain and simple. But I thank everybody that has been sending, your comments and your input on the podcast. I am trying to get things back on a normal to where I can have regularly scheduled episodes. I am trying to get more sponsorship. Anchor does offer sponsorship, that pays so much every time your podcast is listened to. But what I want is sponsorship on a local level. Because I'm all about community. I'm all about uplifting and improving the community. If a community feels good about itself, then the community will treat itself right. If a community don't feel good about itself, if a community feels like the city or whatever area they're living in don't give a fuck about them, then they're not gonna give a fuck. Excuse the way I said that, but it's just the way that it is. Now, y'all also understand that being that I'm traveling, normally when I'm doing this podcast, I will have my phone on Do Not Disturb. But being that I'm traveling and I cannot afford not to have it, if you hear the little dinging and things in the background, then you know it's because my phone is actually live right now. But says that I should be at my location in about 20 minutes. Another thing I want to talk about. I appreciate everybody that offer your support, your input. I know and I truly believe that I have been blessed with some beautiful people, some true people, some sincere people, got a rude awakening yesterday. I normally go into a lot of the Circle K's, Phoenix City, Columbus area, and I know a lot of these people. I conversate a lot with these people. I know it's a stressful job. A lot of times I go in there, man, and I can see, some of the employees be, they be tied down. I go in there because I love trying to uplift people. And I go in and say something crazy or say something that I know gonna make them laugh. And, it's when I go in, they'll see me say, oh, here he come. You might as well just get ready because he ain't no telling what he gonna say. And there's, I tell people I have a lot of little brothers and little sisters. I do. But yesterday I went into one of the stores and this young brother, I go up to the register, I get what I had to get. He told me, he said, big bro, hold on a minute before you go now. I said, okay. So I went outside, waited on him. He came outside. I said, you on break? He said, yeah, I'm taking a few minutes. He said, hey man, he said, bro, he said, man, he said, why don't you just, he said, what you about to do? You about to dash? I said, yeah. He said, wow. He said, bro, you tired, man. I said, yeah, man. I said, but, he said, bro, he said, let me tell you something. He said, I know, man, that you give a lot of yourself doing for other people. He said, you work. He said, you try to serve the public by delivering and by the Instacart, by the shopping. He said, you're always doing something for somebody. He said, but what have you done for yourself? He said, when was the last time you bought yourself something? He said, and I ain't talking about no music, stuff like that. He said, when was the last time you bought yourself an outfit? When was the last time you bought yourself a pair of shoes? When was the last time you just did something for you? And it made me think, because I know that I do a lot, but that's just who I am. But what people don't see is that on the other side, Allah has placed people in my life that gives me the support. I mean, I'm not talking necessarily monetary support, but people that inspire me, that keep me uplifted, they keep me going. And yes, there's, someone, that may call me up and say, hey, do you have this? Do you need this? Because a lot of people know that I'm not, I don't really just get out and ask a lot, because I try my best to just get it, coming from where I've come from. I understand that, I've got to do it. I've accomplished a lot, but I got a lot to do. And, what the brother said to me, it really said that we're never aware of how people pay attention to us. And a lot of times, let me say this, when he said, he was saying, bro, I hope you, and he was, wanting to say he was hoping I didn't, take it the wrong way or whatever. But when someone, especially a young brother, when he said that, that brother said that sincerely. Because the brother he been knowing me for a minute. And he knows I'm always on the go. I mean, he done went from store to store, and he always see me. We always laugh, regardless. If he's feeling down, I'm going to do something to try to uplift him. If he see I'm feeling down and I'm tired, he going to say something. But people pay attention to us. And, I said last night, I said, man, you know what? I haven't bought myself nothing. I said, yeah, I've got to get me some shoes. I may buy me, go ahead and get my little Laker outfit. I'm a Laker fan. That's right. I'm a Laker fan and a Minnesota Viking fan. I'm not going to tell you the fan Lil One is. I'll let him tell you about that, because I don't really agree with the people that he ride with. I'm not going to get into it.
0.6 miles, exit left.
I ain't going to do him the way he do me. He'll tell on me. I ain't going to tell on him. But listen, y'all, I'm going to take a short break, because I got to get ready to make some turns here. But y'all should be able to see some of this traffic that I'm in right now. I'm gonna have to pull over here shortly, because I got to go to the men's room before I make it. It is almost okay. It is 1 o'clock. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's 1 o'clock. Georgia time, Phoenix City time, and it is 12 o'clock where I am now. I'm down in Opelika, down in the Opelika area, going up, But anyway, everybody, I'm gonna take a break. I'll be back. Peace out. Good afternoon. Assalamu alaikum. Ramadan Mubarak. I pray that everyone is having a blessed Friday as we know it. Pray that everyone is having a blessed Jumuah.